Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Downtime, the Hangar, where we talk about all things GBO2 and definitely never tangent, of course.
Never. 0%.
Today I'm joined by Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and GamingEmblem.
Oh God, they're everywhere. Fuck.
Who already started on the new suit.
Yep.
Ugh,
That sounds about right.
foreshadowing, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
no.
Okay, but anyway, how was your guys' past week, Gustav?
It's been alright. Been doing some more Saga Frontier, getting deeper into that. Trying as best as I can to not see anything from everyone playing the new Nier Replicant remaster that got dropped. But boy oh boy, it's getting tough. But besides that, just trying to keep up on my posts to YouTube, trying to cut up some more matches that we do for GBO2. And we're gonna try to do scrims today, but we'll probably just do it on Friday. But other than that, also bracing myself because after client matches, I'm gonna be doing my second shot for the vaccine.
Hey.
So that'll be fun. Get that over and done with. What about you guys?
Emblem?
Video game. Oh God,
Okay.
he exploded. Fuck.
Live, damn it!
I'm trying. I want to marry Ina.
girl,
Video games, internet, work and things. You know how that goes, bud.
It be how it do.
Pretty much that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, internet gaming at the GamingEmblem thing.
Well, here,
Oh
real
God,
quick.
they're all coming. Fuck.
The near here. I'll try to bring that up real quick. The
Oh,
the
no.
near stuff.
Not me to tackle there.
I've
Pixie!
been seeing a lot of memes of different things, and I feel like it's just like right, you know, when there's like a new season, or well, I guess new part, I guess I should say, of like JoJo's, and you know you're kind of wanting to binge it instead of watch it as it comes out, kind of thing, and you just start seeing the memes coming out. That's how I feel right now with Nier. Is I'm seeing all the memes and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'll find out one day, and I'll probably forget about it. Or I might be like, oh, that's what the cool. But that's been
For me, it's just like every time I look at my raid list, it's just like, man, someone else started. Fuck. Run out of people.
but yeah. Oh, okay. I see why they're everywhere. He's playing Brawl. Okay,
Yep.
that makes a whole lot more sense. I like how he's
Oh
chasing down the
no.
number one right next to whoever number two is. That is fantastic.
Did Brawl switch to 650?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First,
Oh
is it
hell yeah.
650 or
Hold on.
600?
After this. Well, actually after
No!
this shit, but still. Ooh.
But yeah, here I'll go ahead and go over mine while and then we can come back if Ava wants to add anything. But my week hasn't been too crazy. Been pretty busy. Finally got some streaming in yesterday with the Banner Night stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, got to do a fun little edit since things got awkward and it didn't upload, or yeah, it like failed, and I was like, okay, cool, thanks YouTube, or my computer, one or the other. There could have been a blink because I had to actually take my router back and get it changed out today, so I got a completely new one.
Oh damn.
That was one of the things I did while I was gone. But
Okay.
but yeah, the other than that though, I'm pretty much getting a new PC because I finally am just breaking down and doing the pre-build thing, but also because I got in touch with more of a custom group than
Finally happening.
yeah, woo.
Yes.
I see Emblem being like, because the fish and mailed.
It's because I'm a bad and
He's like a
the
baddie.
fucking Z2. Like you do one thing and you just can't do anything else. Although I swear to God, I guess I was off timing, but I was trying to like stagger out my stun between the Bazooka and the rifle, and it just wasn't happening. So I was like, well, I can't rely on my bazooka, so I guess I got to tackle. And
It's not
you know,
quite Tristan problems, but it's getting there sometimes.
yeah.
Kind of.
And as usual, unlike when you receive a tackle and the guy like hits you when you're not near them, everybody else can just be like, "Whoa, you're right in my face. Let me just back away." You know, like
Yeah, inches away from actually getting hit. No.
But yeah, so finally going ahead and pulling the trigger on that. But the thing is, I kind of wanted one that is more, that has, instead of some of those pre-builds where they just pick cheap parts, you can customize some of it on some, but they depending on which one it is, there's a lot of different websites out there. But it's one of those things that I'm kind of not to be that guy, but I'm like, I wanna build my own. I wanna customize my own, put your own, like blood, sweat, and tears in making your own custom PC. Anyway, but yeah.
Grass grown PC.
Yeah. But yeah, the main thing though is I mean at this point, just to get a graphics card or anything, mainly the graphics card and slightly the processor, it's you're fighting, there's people making tons of money on it. So it's you're talking like $1 million bots that you're competing against essentially at this point, which is kind of ridiculous. But so I pretty much that's the best way to get one at this point is just get a pre-build and then customize that pre-build. So that's kind of the plan. Is I'm going to be adding stuff like probably capture card or something like that to it. But I mean that's been the main thing, and so we're finally there. Just gotta get it finalized. What because I kind of sent them a thing back saying, can we change maybe this? Which power supply are you putting in? Because also if I want to expand things, I love modular power supplies. Yeah. But we'll see what they come back with, and then I'll probably have to wait like 2 weeks to a month. Right now I think they're what they first sent me was like a 3070. I kind of want to see if I can get a 3080, but I'll probably have to wait a month in order to get that. I mean, I've waited this long, right? So I could wait another month. But anyway, but yeah, that's been what I've been up to. So Emblem, you got anything else now that you're out of that crazy game?
okay, the train decided to pass by.
Oh,
of
okay.
course,
I was
as soon as
like,
you're ready to talk to me. So
He looks dramatically off into the distance.
I'm getting my in-game picture ready. I'm gonna superimpose Fuse into the background later. But anyway, it's been good. Now that I'm not running for my life, I've been working. I actually won't be able to be here next week because I'll be going to a wedding for my friend / old roommate back in Alabama. So I have to leave pretty early Friday morning, and like my flight leaves at 5 a.m. So I'll probably be getting up at like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning. Probably earlier than that. Seattle, luckily we won't be busy, so it won't take a while to get to the Seattle airport, but I need to make sure I don't get caught up because I'm fully vaccinated now, so I don't think I have to worry about taking a test at the airport, but I don't want to take any chances either. So I'll be going up there pretty early. That should be fun. But next weekend I'll be off because I won't be able to stream. So I'm looking forward to that though. It should be pretty fun. I'll get to see my parents and stuff again since I've moved out, in person and not in a call or whatever. Along with like a lot of my friends from Alabama. So it should be pretty cool. But outside of that, I've been making good progress in Saga. I only got 2 characters left, Amelia and Riki. and I guess technically Fuse, but Fuse is I just kind of staple Fuse onto each of the characters, but they seem to insinuate that he has his own like thing that might come up after you finish everybody. So we'll kind of see. But we're getting pretty far in. Should be pretty cool. Amelia's already set up to DSC all of her problems away, and the rest of her team girl squad, I'm gonna get set up to maybe do something similar. So it should be pretty fun. You can watch that twitch.tv/GamingEmblem on the Twitch internet video gaming streaming website. Should be pretty awesome. Video games, wow.
And also, with that too, I guess we'll be canceling next week then. That works.
We can still stream. I just put a picture of my Haman emote in my spot or something. You can still have a podcast. Just every now and then. Yeah, just every now and then, just say raids have it rough, or
At the channel later, like I got this. This is some bullshit. Do raid matches while we're talking.
Yeah, there we go.
It's like raids are the worst spot in the game, or I don't know, something about the Isaac being bad, or something, or just shots at the Faz at some point in time, or something. No, pretty much be like I was there the whole time.
Okay, we might we'll
raids have it bad. Your favorite supports are shitty.
Yes,
stop shooting me in the back when I'm trying to get on one.
But yeah, okay. Well, then we'll figure it out. But I'm also probably still going to be pretty busy this next week too. But we'll see. Early in the week though, I'm probably going to be actually streaming from like Monday to Thursday, I think, probably. And then Thursday and Friday is going to be pretty busy again. But we'll see. So anyway, though, this new suit. Okay, real quick, I do have a question. The big important questions here. Is the Z technically, can you say Zeta 2?
Yeah.
Or is it just Z2?
Kind of like how Faz isn't full armor double Zeta Gundam, it's Faz.
Yeah. So is it Z2 or Zeta 2? And I'm sorry, actually, maybe it's not.
Is that just a fan thing, or is that actually a lore thing? Like, what are we discerning here?
Actually, is that the normal? Do they normally put the in front of everything? I don't know why it just stood out to me this time. But yeah. But yeah, which one is it? Is it fan lore? Anybody? Chat? Let's go. What we got?
Because I would assume it's still full armor double Zeta. It's literally a double Zeta. Is there something that's implying that it isn't?
Oh well, the
lore?
Faz. So the Faz is. So the reason why you just say Faz, because I guess it's technically a full armor double Zeta, but it, they want to call it something else because it's all in one. Like it's a completely different suit, right? So
all in one as opposed to modular.
Yeah, that's why there's no space in between the FA and the two Z's. Is kind of the thing. So they just it's an actual word rather than. I mean, it still stands for full armor double Zeta.
It's still the same fucking thing, but it's just a different discerning for it.
But it's just like it's all one word because it's all one suit.
I don't know. Again, you can take the wiki for a grain of salt, but on here it says it's generally either called the Zeta 2 or the Zetsu.
Oh, okay.
The Zets.
Huh. Interesting. I guess it's Zeta 2.
Wow. The more you know.
Okay.
Oh god.
So yeah, the Zeta 2. What do we think of it so far? What's like I don't have it, but you two have it. So what's the general consensus here? Good, bad, otherwise?
It makes me sleepy.
Yeah, I like the Zeta. I roll on it because it was a Zeta Gundam, but it makes me pretty sleepy too.
Not that it's boring. It's just like, man, it's tiring to actually make this shit work.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't. Like I really tried to stick to the rifle thing because I'm like, yeah, I got the stun and I can do my saber into lance, and I was like, I got this motherfucker for like barely half health. Fuck.
Yeah, it's one of
I just
those like here's a
I don't
support
know if
general.
like I just need those shrapnels, right? I've seen other people run this pretty good with just the regular double bazookas, but I heard those complaints early on about it having like literally that and like barely any other weapons, so I was kind of like standoffish. I'm gonna try to go into a match right now with the bazookas instead of the rifle just to see, but
Gustav,
I
if
don't know, man.
are you playing quick or rated?
No, I'm doing rated. Because
Oh,
if
you
it
must have
can't
a level
stand
2
here,
then.
then this shit is useless.
I was gonna try to meet you in the battlefield if you get what I'm
I
saying,
know.
but I don't have the
Yeah,
level
I
2
only had the
version,
level
so
2, unfortunately. How is actually if you've been doing the level 1, how has it been just with like the suits and stuff that are there?
honestly, I played my first normal match in it because I just did a little bit of training match last night, but I don't know. That free for all was kind of weird. Might be a bad, honestly, might be a bad bias or basis for a comparison for the suit, but um, it I ran the double bazooka loadout, and I don't know, with the hecticness of the brawl game type, and I mean, if you're gonna be doing anything like any near the blue line, you're gonna have to deal with more than one target.
Mhm.
But you definitely, with the normal loadout, you definitely aren't the kind of fronty type of deal because you have two stuns or whatever, but I feel like you're just there to poke people more than anything else, and just melee when it makes sense. But I don't know. It just seems strange. A lot of your movement is really expensive, I guess. But what's up, Magnum?
So, I mean, like I've seen a lot of it with both the rifle and the
Mm.
just the normal clay bazooka. And the rifle is okay, right? You got the stun, you got the like bayonet thing, which is crazy. But the thing is, on the Zeta, my biggest problem with using the rifle and the bayonet thing is, well, last night we had Gustav in the Z2 and Alshi in it, and I hit both of them
Mhm.
consistently, like whether it was hitting buffer or not. And I'm pretty sure I was hitting one beam on them as well. I could be hitting both from the game alt, but the hits were like 2 and 3K, depending on which weapon I
Mhm.
was firing. And especially, I'm kind of talking about the shoulder ones for this. And then the shoulder on the Zeta itself was like 1,200 and something damage, and I was just like, "What?" I hit the back buffer. I definitely hit their buffer. Really? Like, is it, does the person just have crazy beam defense? Was that it? In
Hmm.
comparison, or is it just the Zeta's kind of a little more tanky naturally, or which one? So I don't know. I'd have to actually kind of start looking at some of the stats,
It's definitely frail.
but
Like I was talking earlier about how this thing's got some frailty when it comes to melee, and then I just got pieced up at range by like a couple shots already, and I was just like, ugh. And those aren't all Shiki Kai shots. Some of that's just Keyblades and shit hitting me.
Hmm.
God damn.
and I think though too is what I'm actually doing is hitting with both beams, because looking at it, it's really
Mhm.
close. But I mean, that thing's big compared to the Zeta, right? It's got that big
It's
back
definitely
thing.
wider.
Yeah, so I think was still hitting with two beams to get those numbers, but it was still like, man, this is kind of crazy. It's so much easier to do damage to one of these than it was to the Zeta. And I think, I mean, obviously, with the way the stats are, this is more of a ranged, they want it to be at least a mid range, the long range suit. And then to have that weapon, it's cool for getting in there and having that lunge like the Zeta has. But you have one dodge
Mhm.
roll, you don't have biosensor, it's lacking either some skill. Maybe it should have damage control too, maybe, or something else. But I feel like it's missing something, and where it doesn't have the biosensor to kind of make up for it. And like, do we know how the shrapnel bazooka works? Because if the shrapnel bazookas, if they have 12 shots where they fire both at the same time, and there's 6 shots with that, that is A, crazy damage, and B, if the stun potential is high enough, then you can like stagger anything with one shot, pretty much.
Yeah,
Especially
that'd
at
be
600.
pretty cool.
So on the JP Wiki, the clay bazooka's base damage is 180 at level 1, 189 at level 2, and range is 300 and 305 between the two levels. So each bazooka fires 8 shots.
So that has
So
16 ammo.
that's has 12 bullets. So when I say
Oh.
8 shots, I mean like when you hit the trigger, 8 bullets come out of each. Eight,
Oh,
eight
okay,
pellets
that's
come
what
out of
you're
each
saying. Okay,
bazooka.
so but there's 12 ammo, so it does have 6 shots like a normal. So it is literally just double.
Right.
What's the ready up time?
And switch time is 0.77.
Well, what's the ready up
The
one?
time between shots,
Yeah, that whatever that stat is
2
called.
seconds.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's a bit longer. I can check. I've got the game up. I can check the normal shrapnel and something. Oh well, I'll have to go through the loading. But
Oh, gee, that goes right.
the next question: what's the stagger value? Is it literally double, like 100 and? I know they're between 80 and 95.
I wish. I wish. No.
Oh no!
I checked that before I started a match. I was like, let me figure out what the stagger value is on this before I go running in. So it's on the regular bazooka, it's 30% times 2. So
Not bad, but ooh.
I think you should be able to shoot something out of the air if you hit it with both bazookas. You can't
Right.
even do that.
Right. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, actually,
Like
yeah,
a single
everything else.
bazooka can.
Yeah, like everything.
A single bazooka can, but 2 can't. It's so stupid.
Actually, yeah, that does make sense. What?
But the clay bazooka is 7%.
So we got what,
So
56.
assuming you hit
So it's
with
112.
yeah, if you hit with everything, which that doesn't really give you a lot of room for error, depending on how tight the cone is. So you probably have to blast somebody twice.
Well, luckily it's a better spread, and since they
Mhm.
fixed how it works, but you're still gonna have to hit twice.
Yeah.
At 650, I mean, you might only have to hit once for most things, unless they have damage control. Then, but I mean, it's technically better, but I don't know. Unless it's not actually. What's the full stagger value for the shrapnel clay bazooka now? For the new one?
Let's bring up the DJ.
Oh no, not the DJ won't. That's a different shrapnel altogether.
Which one then?
You'd have to do the this is the clay, either the Hyakushiki
Hyakushiki?
or yeah, that one works. Hyakushiki or the Rick Diaz.
Oh, that's right. That's a secondary. I wasn't even thinking about it. Why did the page not translate? Hold on a second. Can't read all these moon runes.
And runes.
There it is.
So the damage sounds pretty good. Because if it is double, that's not bad. That's pretty nice. At 180, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you can chunk if you can get 6 shots off. The thing is, just curious on the speed. Here, I got the
Wow.
Shuzur Mia's.
So the Hyakushiki is 6%, and the single bazooka shoots out 16 pellets. So you get the same output from the two, and you can fire faster with the single. And like you're kind of trading away a little bit of you're trading away 1%, but you can shoot faster.
Okay,
This
so
thing seems weird.
wait. So it has 7% per bullet.
So the Z2s has 7%, and the Hyakushiki has 6.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, that's right.
But it fires 16 per shot.
I guess that's
Whereas each of the bazooka shots only do 8. So you're firing the same
weird.
amount, but yeah, it seems interesting.
I mean, the damage is technically higher because it's 180 instead of 110.
Hmm.
But this is that same whole double gun problem they do with a lot of things. Like, you're giving us double the weapons. Literally, give us double the weapons.
Nah,
I
they
don't know.
they chunk it because otherwise it's like that's too OP. Then like, why give us two then? Just give us the
Well, it
one
seems kind
because
of weird
the
because they
centering and all
do.
that shit's all weird too because of that. So like,
Mhm.
why make it harder for like less output and payoff?
Well, it's just for the range weapons. It seems like for the most part, because double sabers feel like they work the way they want to whenever you have two.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're
And maybe it's just
terrifying.
because melee. Yeah, maybe in their eyes, melee's harder um, to be consistent at, so you get a better payoff by having
I mean,
less like diminished returns. But I
that
don't
kind
know.
of comes into the idea of them fetishizing melee by comparison a lot. We talked about it when it
Sure,
comes to like parts and their costs and what they are trying to encourage in the game. So like, I guess in that case, it lines up. It's
right?
just kind of frustrating because like there are some suits that still do it at higher cost, but more often than not, it's still just like projectile barf. So I
So,
don't know if they're just trying to fight a problem that really isn't a problem with that.
so technically, though, you can stagger a suit that doesn't have any kind of reduction. If you hit everything, though. But I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah,
it's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be a much wider spread, so you're going to miss something on the outside. And if you miss two of the pellets or whatever you want to call them on the outside, then that's it. You've yeah, not staggering. So it's
yeah.
I mean it's an
The
easier two
extra
shot, but yeah.
the extra caveat there too is that like the ready up time only gives you 1 second to aim as well. Um, so you got to make sure you're pumping into them.
Also, you said 2 second cooldown time.
Well,
The
between
normal
shots,
yeah,
yeah.
the normal one is 1.3 too. That's another problem.
Hmm.
So the big thing when I knock some, like if I'm playing like the shoes from Diaz or if I'm playing the new flying Amuro, yeah, Zero Shiki type 2. If I knock somebody over with the downswing, I can swap and I can just be like pop, 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 you know. This is like you're probably going to miss more unless you're shooting at like them literally lying on the ground in the wide angle.
Mhm.
Like you're
Hmm.
shooting
Maybe
from their legs to their head.
like really even just looking at the ready up times between the weapons, they definitely want you to go bazooka into mega beam, but then the mega beam doesn't stun unless it's charged. So normally you don't want to
Oh,
lead in with that.
Oh, was it not? Does it do that? I was wondering why I wasn't stunning. I thought I was just messing up the timing. I could have swore I was stunning with the normal shot.
okay. Yeah, see, I
No,
thought the normal shot
yeah, it doesn't
stunned.
stun until charge. Which it should
Wow, that
just
thing is.
be. It should be stun and then heavy stun, because that's what the description sounds like. Also, by the way, if you
Shit,
blow
no
your mega
wonder.
beam and then try to transform, it doesn't replenish. It doesn't blow the
Yeah, it's the
heat
same
back.
weapon.
Yeah, it's
It's
the
the same
same thing.
weapon.
Okay, so
So you
real
have
quick.
nothing unless you have your clay or whatever rifle you got on.
Okay, so
Because there's no spotters on this thing in the flight mode either.
oh yeah. See, that's the other thing. Oh, and by the way, no Vulcans.
Yep,
It's
no
a Mark
Vulcans.
III. This is the Mark III
Wow,
2.
that's so dumb.
Oh my gosh.
Also, I know we have someone in our chats that usually like goes off about like the methods and stuff, but they brought up a fun point yesterday. The methods, this is like the methods but
Are you talking about
balanced.
Berserk?
Yeah, berserk.
Yeah, I mean that's what this is. Methods
Damage
but balanced.
control level 1 instead of 2 and all this other stuff, and like comparing the health. But like to me, what that means is that they should just swap their stats. Because on top of all that, we're talking about a higher cost window for this thing. It should probably have half of that shit on there already by default because of what it has to deal with, at those ranges. And it just doesn't.
Here's a quick question. What is the wording on it in game for like focus firing?
I gotta get out because I'm actually in
I
practice.
can
Like
look.
Oh, you're in practice showing it right now?
I was in practice, like fucking around. but
Okay.
I
I was
I
gonna say
gotta
I
get
can
out
bring
to
I can
actually
bring
For
us
which
some
play
weapon,
gameplay
Magnum?
up if we here I
for
can
the Mega Beam.
yeah, since you're bringing that up, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the your stream then.
Well, it says right there. Yeah, so normal fire has high power but doesn't suppress. Focus hits knock back the enemy.
So knockback versus stagger, even though it has them for different weapons on the same
Alright.
suit.
Let's see what it says. Oh, but doesn't suppress. Yeah. Huh.
Increases attack
Interesting.
power by having a clay bazooka in each hand. Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
I wish it
JK.
did. Shit.
That's interesting.
Because I'm trying to find some wording comparable, but yeah, if it says that, that's a little odd.
Hmm. The wording is inconsistent across the board, though. Because, I mean, just looking at the Ricardo 2, it says normal fire suppresses and focus shots suppress more.
Yeah, like
What does suppress more mean? What's a
Consistent
knockback?
translations. What's that?
because I was like,
Yeah.
this is literally a Gelgoog beam rifle. I'm like, the Gelgoog beam rifle is trash at high cost, and it's like high power, range, and accuracy, but requires skill to use effectively. It's like, what? What is that description? What is this?
Yeah, like as much as I like the Gelgoog beam rifle, back when I first started Ginny, I had to switch very quickly over to the big bazooka or the giant bazooka because that was like one of my only things for like 600 and 650. I
Okay,
just
here we
needed that stun so I could do the rest of my shit.
right. But yeah, here we go. Here's a good example. Barzan beam rifle. Normal fire doesn't suppress, but bullets have high speed and impact focused.
Mm.
Hits knock back the enemy. So there is another one that's kind of consistent with that kind of
So
wording.
that's a similar wording.
Yeah.
Mm.
This weapon is
Size-wise,
dumb,
in
then.
terms of scale,
I
the Barzam
didn't
rifle
realize.
actually does more output than this fucking thing. Faster.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have that on this thing instead of just whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
Okay, so what's the stagger ratio? What's the damage when it's fully charged instead of just the base damage?
So the stagger percentages on the cannon or whatever are 40% uncharged, and it goes up to 60 with a charge.
Rip. Dreamception.
Did you have my screen up? I switched
Yeah,
back.
I was gonna say, do you want to put the skills up
I'll
and we
bring
can
it
go through
back
the
up.
skills?
Mhm. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay. So skill wise, you get emergency evasion level 1, leg buffer level 1, special back add-on buffer level 2, 15% less damage in the back,
15.
damage control level 1. That raises your stagger threshold rather to 130% stagger value. Flight control program level 2. High performance balancer. AMBAC, high spec AMBAC, I should say. Force injector level 2. High performance of radar 2. Melee combo controller 1. And you can turn into a plane.
Meow.
And
Wow.
thank you, Gustav. And when you're a plane,
Pew, pew, pew.
which you don't have the most quality of life skill in the entire game
Wait.
unless you're a plane.
Yep.
Damage or anti-blast stabilizer. You do
And
get shock
cushioning.
dampeners. Yeah. Flight transform and ram attack.
Ooh.
The
At
ram
least
attack tends to
they
do 2,000 damage.
At least they gave it that though, right? Like we could have had another C1 situation on top of everything else going on with this suit. But at least they carried that over for the
If they gave it to
dampeners.
C1 treatment, this thing would be unplayable. So I'm glad. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad it didn't do that. It would have been raw fuck. Oh my gosh.
So kind of just a
You just gave up on
comparison.
3 stars.
If it is the Zeta 2, right? The Zeta has 22 across the board for its defenses, and this is at 600, and I think it has 1,000 health higher. What's the defenses on the um You want to go down the actual
Z2.
life and stuff. I know it has 18,000 at level 2 for the Z2. Oh, okay, so it's 17. So it's got. Oh wait, no, it is 16. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so stat wise for the Z2, so it's 600, 650 cost. HP at level 1 is 16,500. Level 2 is 18,000. The ballistic resist is 24 and 26. Beam resist is 24 and 26. Melee resist is 18 and 20. The ranged strength is where is it? 45 and 48. Melee strength is 15 and 17. The speed stat is 135. One goes up to 180 when you turn into a plane. Your boosted movement is 210, 245 when you transform. The thruster is 80.
Kind of surprised on that.
That is a high number, 5 more than the Zeta Gundam.
Yeah.
Turning is 63 on the ground. Same in space because you don't have a preference, which neither does the Zeta Gundam.
Yeah,
So,
most transformables,
I
if
think
not all of
most
them,
don't have any specialization, right? Yeah.
The other thing
You have
that's
medium, or good.
well, I was gonna say the other thing that's kind of weird is like you look at the Zeta, it's just got 10 less range, but it has I think either 10 more melee and yeah, just move the ranged and the by 10 the melee, and that's pretty much the main difference. It's not a
And then you have biosensor to kick you off too.
yeah, and then you have flight control program 2, wing special cushion 2. Those are the same numbers at least. Force injector 2. That one only has force injector 1, doesn't it?
As two.
Oh, it does have 2. Okay. So
Although you also don't have anti-blast, which is unfortunate. You have it in flight mode, but you don't get it normal. So I guess it's got that going for it.
yeah, I don't know. This is kind of awkward of a suit. It's literally for its range defenses is 2 more on each, but you have 1,000 less health than the Zeta, and this thing's bigger. And by
Yeah,
the way, it doesn't not have a shield, right?
it does not have a shield.
It's bigger, it doesn't have a shield, and has less health, and then essentially, well, less effective health, right? Overall, because A, it has less health, and B, it just barely has more resistances. And I would
Yeah.
argue you could put a bit better defense. Now, again, I really feel like they just want people to stay back and fire from a distance, but you have a ramming attack, and normally you want to
don't.
transform and use that, which is, I don't know, it's just
It's
really
just
odd.
weird because like that's not how the Methus is run at all, right? Like there are really aggro Methus players that use that movement to switch in and out, right?
Yeah.
But this is minus the in, but they're also giving you an aggressive rifle to run that has a secondary melee on it. So apparently they thought it was good enough for that.
I feel like this is one
Yeah,
of those
and
suits
that's like a kit thing, right? Lore
Yeah.
kit or whatever.
I just feel like this is one of those suits that it's gonna be somewhere in the middle ground of whatever, and if somebody can make something of it cool, like
It's literally just another Pale Rider VG.
yeah, kind of, yeah. As far as just like, here's the thing: if people like it, there you go. If it gets buffed, then if people's been practicing with it, for 3 months or whatever, then they'll be happy when it gets buffed. But I feel like I don't know. This one is one. If you really like the suit itself, I guess here's kind of my final thoughts on it. You really like the suit itself, have fun, go for it. You definitely can get some good stuff for dupes, and we'll talk about this later. If you get any kind of duplicate things, then outstanding. But as far as just is this suit going to be meta? It's pretty mid. It is very mid.
Yeah, probably not. It's just weird because I feel like a lot of suits have always had like that obvious kit that you just run, right? And then everything else is just kind of like flavor. If you just wanted to take a break from it or do something different, just to give it more utility. But we're getting these suits like the Z2 and like the Pale Rider where they barf all this shit that you can use on them, and then people are trying to figure out how to actually stay like competitive in them and what they should be doing, and the game's just kind of like play a suit, go pew. I guess you'll figure it out for us. Like, all right, cool.
You know, just hang out, pew pew.
Just essentially like you tell us is like, no, bitch, you did it with other suits. Why aren't you doing it with this? Frame these things better.
Well, here, Emblem. What's your final thoughts? And then I guess my next question is going to be, what do you think is going to be a way to fix this suit or make it better? I guess maybe not fix. Maybe fix is the wrong word.
Does a C3 exist? Can we just wait till that comes out?
Right.
But I will say in regards to the comparison to VG, I think in some sense, at least the VG is playable. I feel like in this case, the Z2 probably isn't. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna. I'm never the one to like tell people what they can and can't play. If you want to play it, go for it. But just strictly from a standpoint of like the stuff on the suit and how it works. I mean, I mentioned it before we got started. It's like they took all the bad things from a bunch of different suits and then slapped it onto this. The cooldown's too long on the Zooks. The output isn't good. The stun value isn't there. I don't know who thought it was a good idea for the secondary beam not to stun.
Oh
I mean, why is that beam rifle not the exact same as the C1? Is it because it's a sub weapon? Like that's a little bit too much tax. It should at least stun on normals. Like it's a 600 suit. Like this thing feels like it should be fighting in 450, man. It has the same problems in flight mode as a Zeta Gundam. It doesn't have secondary, so you can't even like you can barely burst hard on one person because if you like do something and then lead him with a shot, you can't even like transform and switch and follow up because your weapon's on cooldown and your bazooka takes too long to ready up, so you can't do anything except nudge him. Like if this was from Bizarro GBO land, it would be a sleeper suit. Like
this would be a
so
bad suit from GBO land.
Yeah, it would be a bad suit.
Like I didn't think it was even a fair comparison because at first I was gonna like, yeah, is this a GBO land suit? And it's like, no,
because it's bad there too. Yeah, like I don't even know where this suit came from, but like
that ain't.
I don't know. They need to change it.
There was a lot of hype behind it too. Like when there's a lot of people that's been like, yeah, and then they're like, oh, what do I do? Ram them. Like there's been so many people that I've seen comment like, so I've shot them. Well, shoot them more. And then it's like,
I can't.
Why didn't he stun? I don't get it.
Now that being said, because it has a wide body and it has all these weird spiky bullshit dudes, it does catch people in surprising angles with that ram. But if that's your main feature for your transformation, that's pretty fucking rough.
Make it last longer too. Oh my god.
Yeah, or at least make it sturdier when it's trying to actually reach people, right? Like if you're gonna make that be a big deal for it just because of its body, then let it be able to go through people and like actually do some shit with it. Like we have shield tackle of all fucking things. You're using your whole ass suit to nail somebody intentionally, like I wouldn't mind that, but like put that on top of like other shit too.
Yeah.
So we'll see it in the patch. We'll see it in the buff notes like next month.
For real though.
I don't think we'll have to wait very long.
This thing's
I
too
hope
fucking,
they buff
like,
it.
The transitions between all its stuff, even with the rifle, is just too fucking slow to really loop anybody to make use of any of that maneuverability. And it's not even really that fast for being a Scooty suit either. Which, boy oh boy, I'm really glad that we were wrong about like the majority of like newer age suits being Scooty, because man, I still don't like that movement style on ground.
I
I'm
feel you
still
there.
having a hard fucking time.
I don't know what you guys are talking
I am
about.
so glad we were wrong about that.
Yeah, when I slapped on the beam rifle last night and was trying to do like my usual Zeta stuff, like the difference between having that like tight control on a Zeta Gundam to being a floaty boy is just like, ugh.
Ooh,
Like you just drop
nowhere
some
near.
swings every now and then. Like, oh my god, why is this? Why do I slide whenever I move around, man? Like,
Like you gotta use the slide as part of your movement, and the timing for that is just so barf.
Intensify that scoot, man.
You're scooting in neutral though. That doesn't even count.
Ooh, ouch, ouch. Ugh. Hey, I love the tropical test type. So I mean,
I bet you
if
do.
I enjoy that, then I can. You know, the scoot's pretty
Why?
good
Because
there.
the scoot on the downswing for that is actually worth a damn. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that
But
shit doesn't make you go slower like it does in other Scooty suits.
I mean, what was really funny though with that thing is because of your momentum, like you would go for the downswing and it would shoot you forward, right? But now it actually shoots you forward and you have a little bit of drift. But before you
Yeah,
just kept your drift, so you'd be like, I
in
know.
place. What?
But
It's so funny to think that like that kind of movement and like aggression was like super meta in the beginning when we talk about like Dom impals, like Dom operation. That changed very quickly once we just got faster suits in general.
so here's a question. What do you think they should just change the like first of all, they need to make that a heavy stagger on the sub weapon.
Mm.
But do you think that would be close to enough, or do you think they should give it some? Yes, I approve.
It'd be a good step forward for damn sure. Like whatever they do, they just need to have the weapon ready up between its weapons just be faster. Like that's a really big deal for this suit to begin with, let alone the stun potential of what it already has.
Hmm. What do you think they could
Also,
do
I'd
skill
almost say
wise?
it should have a melee buff immediately. If you're
I
gonna
agree.
have it.
They should go ahead and give it the Wings of Light.
Mhm.
They're pretty much making a Victory
Transformation
2
mode's
Gundam
already
reference.
Wings of Light, right? Like you're just catching people with ramming attacks at weird like spots. Like what the fuck is this? But yeah, I mean if you're gonna give it the option to do all this funky melee shit, then at least make it a little bit stronger. If you're not gonna even give it fucking priority 3, you know,
That too, right?
then this is another
I'm
thing.
just
Like
sad
one
that
or
this thing
one or
doesn't
the other.
stun without a charge.
Yeah, it at least needs that. So like, yeah, I got the
Like
gameplay of.
if you're gonna make it frail, make it a glass cannon.
Yeah,
Right? 'Cause
I
that's another
agree.
thing we've addressed about this suit too, is that its defense and that health pool don't really help each other like
No.
at all.
Yeah, either give it some more defense. I mean, 18,000 is nothing these days at 650.
Mm.
So, and that's its base
That's
health
kind
at
of
best.
that's kind of how I feel about the VG as well. Like if you're gonna have these really weird like diversified I don't know suits, at least make them survivable so people can figure their shit out before they get absolutely melted trying to do anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching right now. The swings are kind of nice, but yeah, it's like for real though. Once you're everything's on cooldown, you transform. It's like okay, I'm gonna ram
Do
you,
nothing.
ram you. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. It's a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah, sub weapons in flight is a big deal. Like I remember when I was looking at it, I transformed and was like, "Oof, these are not sub weapons." That was like the first thing I said when I got in there. I was like, "Oh no, I gotta
Oh
change
no.
that."
Yeah, they need to change that. They need
At least for the mega particle, right? Like the other one being
Yeah,
ammo based, like fine, whatever. Like if you're gonna
right.
do that kind of shit.
Like, it's kind of weird that it doesn't have 2 fire modes. Like, most of the weapons like this have 2 different things. And the C1 does it. Just using
The
that as an
donut
example
does
again.
it.
Yeah. Like, why did they decide it wasn't a good idea on their new 3-star mobile suit? Although I know 2 stars are the better ones anyway. Also train.
That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. That's just weird. And the fact that it's a 4-second charge just to get a stun, like that is straight up at this cost.
You don't like Gelgoogs?
Gross.
This isn't a Goku, it's a Methus or a Zeta.
This is a
That's all
Gelgoog
it is.
support group. Get the
Oh my
fuck out of my
gosh.
chair, you like little Gelgoog. Kick your ass.
Not gonna lie though, I got requested to do the I think the early production, and I almost won. I was like, what?
Oh
I like
god.
got ace and everything. I was like, how is this even?
I mean, Magnum, I'm doing pretty well in its native cost of 200 though. Like the damage output
Yeah,
feels
like,
nice.
I was looking. I'm like, man,
Oh,
it looks like it's having trouble killing that.
Let me get out. Oh,
Zaku 1.
whoops! I don't have anti-blast. Oh, damn! That Zaku 3 that Zaku 1 got me before he went.
Oh my gosh, the Zaku 1, like it looks like it's having trouble killing a Zaku 1 standing still. Oh my, ugh.
It's like some asshole decided to fight kindergartners and they still take him down to a knee. Like fuck.
I like this comment. They left the Mega out of Mega Beam Rifle.
They really did.
For real.
For real. Oh man, like okay, yeah. So this
YouTube pilots just going around like, ain't nothing mega about it. Help.
anyway. So yeah, it needs a lot. I don't know
Should have
anything
some
one
spot guns to
specific
fire
thing.
right now. What?
I mean, I don't know any one thing that you could do to this thing to fix it. It needs like 2 or 3 things done.
It needs
to
a lot.
Like
They need to at least give it quick boost level 4 and leg cushion.
oh
And not the damage reduce one, but the landing one for sure.
oh no.
Give it a solid boost while you're at it. That way you can take off from the ground really fast.
Okay, so now that all the other skills have been said, it needs like 2 or 3 skills other than those. And that's my answer to fixing this thing.
Sorry, I shouldn't even bring it up anymore. Those are the assumed buffs. My bad.
Yeah, there we go.
It goes without saying, BB Studios.
Oh,
We're gonna do.
We're gonna do that anyway, Emblem. Okay.
Yeah, gosh, shut up.
It's funny that they it was
Like-
literally what they did for the longest time, and it became
Imagine
such a
if they
meme, and
had
now
it
they don't
in
really do
the.
it.
Imagine if they just automatically had that in the buff list for this thing, and then they hear the podcast and they're like, "What? No, we had some other stuff
Erase
ready." We get nothing. Then.
Kobe just turns around and is like, so what were the other buffs, guys? And everybody just kind of like, oh god, my camera's getting fuzzy. Like, they know too much.
Oh no. Cut the feed. Wah.
I don't know though. We'll see. Hope chat brought up a good point of let's hope the Omega like Z2 tryhards don't just like beat the crap out of everything and BB's just like, oh, this suit's fine. The
Oh,
4
yeah.
people that play it kick ass. Good job, guys. Let's go get
Look
some
at those
beer.
highlight reels. I can't believe it, man. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just can't get over.
I would love for there to be a service that finds like all the bunked matches between those highlight reels for people.
Like, so real quick, one last thing, because I started typing in chat to respond to this, just because, like, the biggest thing that gets me is I can't believe that the shrapnel bazookas suck that bad. Like, they're literally 70 damage per slug. I'll just say slug, whatever, shrapnel piece, whatever. Like, just 70 damage per more, which that's cool and all, but it takes like 2 seconds to fire. So you got a 12-second like DPS rotation with those, and whereas you have what, like 6 shots with or sorry, no, that's 6. Yeah, no, that's 12. Yeah, and then you have a 7.8 second damage rotation with the normal one. Like, that is ridiculous. Like 7.8 seconds to deal, and you're only dealing, like, obviously I'm assuming you're hitting everything for this, and that's the other thing. They're wider. You've got a greater chance of missing because they only shoot 8 little pellets out of each side shrapnel bazooka. This is just crazy. Like, why do they suck so bad when you're gonna give two? This is like putting the two Zaku machine guns on the Hildoffer. This is like before they buffed the Psycho Zaku for having two
Psycho
Zaku
Zaku. Oh
machine guns.
Christ, yeah.
Like, every time they put doubles on anything, it's like, hey, by the way, they're slightly better, and then in some
They're
cases
actually
they're
worse.
worse. Oh my gosh. Okay, well,
They
I just
bad.
saw shrapnel builds 112% stagger. Well, the thing is, the only difference is you get what, 96 with the regular one, and it's all in a little tight thing, whereas that 112 is like double the area. So if
Yep.
you even miss 2, it's less than 100.
Especially because like these don't shoot out immediately like they do on the DJ. There's a spacing before they actually puff out.
Yeah, and if you miss
So
2
you have
pellets,
to count on where they're gonna be after they see that it's coming and start to move, and then hopefully they puff in that general area, nail somebody. And even if we're talking about being more direct with the DJ is shrapnel by comparison still kind of blows compared to the no fun guns on like shittier suits, or at least lower cost suits. Because those slugs are fucking massive by comparison. Like, this is more like the sneezes you get out of like an assault shotgun or some shit. But just in a more portable bazooka fashion. You can reach a bit more, I guess, though. Got all that damage when they actually connect against these extremely high speed mobile suits while you're both moving.
I guess you can wreck the Faz, the Dovenwolf, or the Zommel. There you go.
Right? Anything that's got the broadside of a barn on it, right? Just massive ass suits.
But yeah, anyway, there's my
Too bad it's not a
Shrapnel
raid then.
Bazooka rant.
Yeah, if this was a raid, it'd be fine because
This
we're used
thing
to
was a
that
raid to be
awkward
fucking
I'm
amazing.
used to Hey, I mean, if it was a support,
Like,
same deal,
all
right?
that output would actually
Awkward
come
suits.
together. They could have gave it fucking priority 3, so that extra melee would have meant something. Like, this should have just been a raid.
Or a
because
support
the
that had
range and
priority
the melee
1.
would have been swapped.
Yeah, right.
I don't know though. Would I want to run this over to? Yeah,
No.
I'd probably run it over to. Well, I was thinking like, would I run
like,
this over
nothing.
the A1? But then I remembered it can use the Zeta beam rifle, and of course I would.
Yeah, I was gonna say the steak
Okay,
sauce
yeah,
is
that's
pretty
true.
vanilla by comparison
That's
if we're
true.
talking about it in context of like being a raid.
Sorry,
Not to say that it can't do work, but like if you want to actually have fun with it, you could actually use this, and that'd be kind of nice.
The steak sauce plays a pretty honest game of battle operation though, for sure.
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm here to play fucking dirty, so you know.
it's an honest day's
Hey.
work versus just straight up like chucking somebody to death.
I still want to remember that one dude's name. I should have saved that game because that was like quality A1 steak sauce play when we were playing Gustav when we were duo queuing.
Oh god,
And
yeah.
that one guy was like shooting my big toe.
Fucking mean.
I was like, I got my shield. Pew! He hit my big
No, you
toe.
don't.
How?
What? What shield,
I'm
bitch? Like, oh
staggered.
shit.
Oh no! And then he's just like smack, smack, and I'm like, dude knows how to fight a MLRS in a A1 steak sauce. What is this? And the thing is, he was like shooting me in the air while falling after transforming, and then swapping to his beam sabers as he lands, and then just like clubs me in the
That
side
dude
of
was
the
just
head.
straight up coming out like chance ball and just like fucking volleying everybody. Like, holy shit.
It was crazy.
Magnum, do you still have my screen up, by the way? I was going to switch back to the podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got it up. But yeah, we can go ahead and actually let's go ahead and if nothing else, if we're done kind of shitting on the suit, and we'll see
Time to
it.
shit
We'll
on the
see a
event.
buff. We'll see a buff next week in the patch notes, right?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Probably. Yeah, right.
Oh my god,
I'm not
please.
shitting on the suit. It's just it's just a very pointed criticism. You know?
It's a very fancy way of saying shitting on the suit.
Well, yeah, but it makes you feel better when the YouTube comments are like, "You guys hate every suit that comes out." It's like, no, they just need to make them better.
Boy, we've gushed on some suits before. You can't even go there. Come on now.
Like the comment section just kind of sees what they want.
Yeah, right. There's
You
the
guys
comment.
like any suit.
What was that comment that I had? I can't remember the meme. Maybe it's me joking about the Zombie sucks or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
I think I ask you going. I guess. What's next?
Okay, the next thing is the patch notes. Let's go through those stuff and things. So we got yet another, I think, normal suit that we've had again, right?
Yeah, it's Camille's or whatever.
Camille. Who's in there? That's not a good place to pull things from.
My title for
Yeah.
the patch notes is Golden Week Omega Lol.
Oh my
Lol.
gosh, for real though, right? So yeah. So, but yeah, in the patch notes though, we got AU2. Yay! Okay, hey, this is cool. This is cool. Hell Rider Cavalry, level 3, 450 cost. I think you can still do some work at 450, but I think at this point at 500 is definitely where the thing's gonna fall off. Depends on how they scale it. Do you have the stats for the cavalry, or
They maybe posted up. Hold on.
because I mean, other than that, like, what are you guys' thoughts on it just at 450? Do you think it's still good? Do you think it's might be lacking?
I don't like it as much at its base cost anymore, so it probably isn't going to be all that great.
What would you not like about it at space cost?
The output is nice, but like in a world where I feel like things are kind of getting more effective and it could just be power creep. Having the primary stun be that beam that you have to stand still to fire is a little bit of a liability. And I don't know, the Shinka or whatever, like I don't know. The Shinka, like, again, the damage seems fine. The rockets don't seem to be like the best for setting up a like a build up stun. But although it could just be because I'm bad at rockets, this is a very distinct possibility. But I just think I think the suit has an awkward job of acting as a frontliner, and that may not be its role. But I just think there are probably suits that do a better job of being like a pseudo support general than it is. I mean, honestly, I think I like the ground type a little bit more than the cavalry, just because it's versatile. Yeah, and it has a knee stagger, and it has a bazooka, and stuff like that. Yeah, and chat's bringing up good points too. I mean, and when you start pushing it up, like, would I want to be in a cavalry staring down a bald guy beta? Like, no thanks.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
God.
Yeah, the beta.
I have priority 2.
Now your job at that point is literally to just cross your fingers and hope you can melt their legs before they get on your butthole. It's just like, nah.
Yeah,
Maybe for one, but not multiple.
Right. I don't use it at 400 hardly at all. I will say at 350 though, the biggest threat at 350 I think now is having the moist Gundam. Pretty much the
Lava Gundam.
yeah,
It's
that's
Yeah, you see Moist Gundam a lot, or just Wet GM or Wet Zaku.
I mean, with the
So I feel like you see
Gundam though,
GM more than a Zaku.
I feel like its torpedo missiles are better than the just missile launcher missiles.
Speaking of which, clan matches are gonna be split splash as fuck. You know, there's gonna be a bunch of fucking Wawa Zakus and shit in there.
Oh,
Right.
for sure. Where the heck is this thing? Oh, that's Xeon. No wonder.
Um.
So this is the level 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it looks like it gains another 2,000 HP from level 2. So it goes up to 16,000 from 14. Defenses are 19, 19, 15. Shooting mod is 26. Melee is 14. I almost said 24. 14. Speed and stuff remains the same. Part slots go starting from the top up to 9, 16, and 7, which is an increase of 1, 2, and 1 from the prior level, which is 8, 14, and 6. The base damage on the Shink, Shik, the Sheik
Checking
is the Sheik is 144. You said Shekina?
the Shrek.
Shrek. The
Shrek
Shrek.
Sheik.
What is
It's
this?
a Gatling gun. The Javelin. Well, the Javelin's the same damage as the higher levels of the Proto, but for level 3, you get 2694. Vulcans go up to 88. Missile launcher is 600 per rocket.
Wait, how the hell did I beat you out for that?
The beam goes up to 2420.
Let's see what's the difference between the health on the beta, because I think that's, again, obviously the more meta competitor that it's going to have to deal with. So we got 14,500 on the beta with 21. Oh, actually, that's with parts. With 15, 15, and 18 on D. And then, of course, priority 3, so get wrecked. And having 2 easy missiles to hit rather than 4 to get a stagger. Yeah, that's kind of oof.
Yeah, and chat brought up the full armor ground type suits,
Yeah.
as well as the heavy type D level 2. So
Yeah, that's true.
you definitely got some decent competition at that cost.
Yeah, but kind of cool. If people like it going up, could still probably do. It's not going to be bad, but it's not probably the best top tier. Probably more balanced actually than anything.
That's
Like,
probably like half the problem.
right?
Possibly.
Okay.
I'll just say what I say for a lot of suits like this. Just don't fall into the trap of just sitting back and docking.
Yeah,
You got to know when to go in.
for sure. And don't forget to pop your Hades mode.
Yeah, that's a big thing. If you're dying with your Hades on, you're probably not using it right, because you're not using it at all.
Okay. The next thing we have is the banner for this amazing Golden Week exclusive. Oof. Yeah, I am not impressed at
This
all.
banner fucking sucks.
Like, it's the normal lottery without any bonus to the new suit. It's and it even says down at the bottom that it's just the normal lottery stuff from the current lottery. And you get,
At least
for
there's
step 1,
transparency though.
yeah. That is nice. But for step 1, you get 200 bronze tickets for the enhancement hangar. You get for step 2, 200 silver enhancement tickets, and then you get in step 3 and 4 200 gold on both. And you get the awesome 2 times 2-star material drop rate, which is complete BS as usual. So that probably shouldn't really even be there for step 3. And then the best part from any of these is plus all drops are mobile suits for step 4. So maybe step 4 is kind of nice because if you've been needing some 2-star mobile suits that, like the Zusa, for instance, that I still don't have, that I really want, that could be cool. I feel like this is a bait though, because I mean the tickets are nice. I just feel like with the next thing for the event that they're doing, that we might actually get a cool enhancement event for anniversary.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's one of the kind of traps with this event is the next thing we're going to talk about. But yeah, for this banner, what do you guys think? I mean, pretty much just said my opinion there on that.
For real talk, if I knew how much I was going to be spending to even get one level of this fucking new suit, I actually probably would have did this banner just to get some extra stuff along with it.
Yeah.
But in a normal circumstance, no. Because even with that, every job as a mobile suit, it's still just the regular list. If it was curated, right,
Mhm.
then maybe it'd be worth a damn. But otherwise, you're just gonna have the same disappointment, but it's just all suits instead of all weapons.
Yeah. And compared to the Golden Week banner from last year, I actually pulled it up. Like with that one, you don't get the Hangar tickets. Do they exist? I can't remember. But like you get it's still a 10 spin, but like Gustav said, you get a bonus 11th drop on that banner, and your choices were between the Gundam Mark II level 1, the Ricardo Diaz level 1, the Hyakushiki Super Gundam GPO1 level 2, GPO2 level 2, MLRS level 2, Stamen level 1, the Gerbera Tetra level 2, and the Zeong level 2.
So this is
So
when this is a super banner, right? That's the super banner where you had
mhm.
3 steps. It's where this one I got a Gallus J, which was like one of like I had 2 suits that I could get a repeat of, and
Yeah,
I
so
got
the last event was essentially what we had for last Golden.
yeah.
So you called that.
Yeah, and I think that's because I think it was similar because last year for Golden Week it was stapled. It was Golden Week stapled onto 2 million downloads.
That's true. So it's compounded.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So that was the downloads thing because that's what we had for the downloads.
So Golden Week is normally actually just this disappointing. It's kind of sad.
So just going back to 2019 though, like so for Golden Week, the first year we got unlock missions for the Zaku 2 FS. We got
Oh, the
free
Shin?
decals. Yeah, we got free decals. We got the Shin Matsunaga. Let's see, we got a clan promotion mission. Let's see, there was a boost. Yeah, there was a boosted lotto. That was when the looks like it was around the time the Gian EOS came out.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I don't
Those
know.
were the days.
Well,
See if there's anything.
for a step up
really.
though, I think this is pretty weak sauce
Oh yeah.
overall though. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean the tickets can be kind of nice. So but it could be kind of nice for later, and I'm saving my tickets till later. But the next thing I'm kind of confused here. I'll go ahead and start going over the unless you want to any more comments on the banner itself. But now they have powered up Hangar campaign, which 3 times great success rate. And from what I can tell, that from what it says here in the next part, during the campaign period, 3 times greater success rate at hangars. The campaign's effect plus 20% will be added to the normal success rate. So I guess that's what they mean is literally it's just the base. I was kind of hoping it would be 3 times whatever your bonus value would be, so you'd have like big numbers, but
Mm.
like 75% chance or something like that. But really, it's only 30 plus whatever your bonus is from playing a suit 500 times, and that's kind of rip.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to say 3 times, and then the bonus, the actual added rate is only 20%. And then they're like adding, and then they're including the general like a bonus that you get into hangars like already. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
little
Like
weird.
if it wasn't for the fact that it took me so long to actually get that suit, Like, I probably wouldn't have taken advantage of the bonuses for dupes at all. Also, just for this event, so it's a nice perk for a really shitty situation.
Well, and that's kind of the best part is if you ever get a 3-star repeat at this point that's high cost, then you're talking like straight up just 1 through 4 of your enhancement done. So that is kind of nice. But you know, because that's about 4,000 points for most high cost suits now, and you know you're getting what around 3,900 to just over 4,000 with I think what you get from getting a repeat for like a 650 suit.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, this event feels more like incentive to farm crates than it does like incentive to pull.
yeah, that's kind of true. That actually is you've given me an idea. I know what I'm
Oh, no.
going to be doing before I go to sleep tonight.
AB rooms.
Yep, AB room to go to
I would say
sleep. Got it.
I'd be more enthusiastic about that if suit drops are actually more common in those crates.
True.
So farm it up.
Do what you gotta do. Maybe just
Oh
wait
man,
till
Magnum's
next
talking.
week.
Magnum's talking to his dog. Oh my god, Magnum's dog has a hand.
Oh my god, hello.
Weird. Last time was a Doge thing. Is that Magnum's mom? Hi, Magnum's mom.
Yeah, that's my mom sticking her hand and being like, "Hey."
Nice.
Hey.
Special guest on Downtime in a Hangar, Magnum's
There we
mom.
go.
What are you doing here, Magnum? Get out of here. I want to know what your mom thinks about the Z2. It is not very intensify.
Has the Magnum
E.g.
mom stamp of
Magma.
disapproval. Magnum.
Yes, E.g. Magmom, yes.
Yeah, one can only hope that maybe we'll see a little bit more or something next week, though.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for Golden Week, this is kind of meh. I mean, some people are enjoying the bonuses, but they've been getting lucky and getting suits that they're, wanting to upgrade at the same time that they just don't have enough hanger slots for because they haven't went hard.
If
And
you've been
gotten
enjoying
platinum
this
out.
bonus, you've either got a lot of time or a lot of money to do all those pulls and or get all those crates. Yep.
I mean, honestly, if I wouldn't have
Ooh.
pulled so much on the Zero Shiki Type 2, wanting the level 1 version of it, and then the Char Dija, then I would have done a lot of spins. I probably would have done a lot of that step up just because.
Right, just because for science.
And also to get the bonus dupe, like enhancement XP or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Overall though, I mean it's kind of cool. It's different,
Oh,
I
shit.
guess, but definitely very lackluster. Yeah, I forgot to pull this one up. So the next thing on the list, though, if nothing else for the Golden Week stuff, sorry, I just saw a clip get posted. Magnum's mom mistaken for Doge's hand.
Mistaken makes it sound like I didn't know it was obviously a real person, though, like
That's what without context
definitely
clips are about.
I guess so.
Sarcasm is just perfect bait for out of context clips.
I guess so.
Okay.
Also trained.
So for the premium login bonus this time, they've got a really good suit for the first one, and I'm kind of sad. So next month, the first section or segment of the month will be the Gapsley level 1. The second segment will be the Bolinoak level 1, and the third segment will be the Dwaj custom level 1, which is actually pretty good after the buff. So I definitely will be happy to get that because I've only got the level 2.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, kind of cool to see the Dwaj custom be kind of the um possibly free suit, but the Gapthily is kind of sad. I really want one,
Yay! Yeah.
especially with all the buffs to that rifle and everything. I'm like, please, please, I want one.
I needs it.
What do you guys think of the
It's kind of
Gapthily
funny
now?
on the English page. Oh, go ahead.
What do you guys think about the Gapthily now?
It's alright.
It feels better for sure. Like it doesn't. It feels like you have a presence now.
Mm.
And maybe before you just had to get in there like really hard, but it just seems like it's easier to get in there really hard.
You
Have a
actually
better
have
way
an
to set up.
approach now. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're
uh,
not just plinking people.
but yeah, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say that's funny how the English site has Gapfly translated, but Bolinoak and Peasant or the Dewaj Custom are still in Japanese.
Oh, wow, that's funny. I like how every week though when I go to do the update for when they do these, like I have to go to the JP side to get this and figure out what they are because it's always last month
Mhm.
instead when I bring it up. I'm like, really?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, these sites are not built equal. Even a couple of years later.
But yeah, not
I
bad
will
for the.
say though,
Oh, go ahead.
or go ahead.
I was gonna move on, so go ahead and.
Oh, I was just gonna say like, it might just be me, but and it seems like it's been real hit or miss. But a lot of the times, the premium login bonus for platinum doesn't feel like a premium login bonus. You know, uh, it like I don't know. I feel like even after the buffs, and it could just be me not playing into cost, but has the Gapfle's level of like has the usage of Gapfle gone up enough to where like people would whale in the first like couple of weeks in order to get it from the premium banner? Like I don't know.
I mean, has
Owning
enough
the
time
Bolinoak,
passed for the metrics for that at this point?
yeah, I kind of wonder.
Maybe, but also too, I like, I've mentioned my criticism too of when they put something that's, super meta in the first slot, right? Like,
I think that's genius. They should definitely get those whales to whale harder.
maybe, but
Mhm. It's genius if you have money. That's who they're trying to get with this.
yeah.
So I mean, if we're talking about a free-to-play gacha game, the answer is always going to be get money.
I will say this though, I kind of think they could change the like the token and the enhancement kit things, the whatever, the boxes. Like, I
Mm.
think they could change that reward and maybe add some more tokens to it, right? Or something, because like you get what, like maybe 4 tokens every segment. Because if you get, was it like the week and then what's this window here? Yeah, the 10 days. So you get 3 to 4 tokens. Because I don't know those kits at this point. Like if I ever get any kits, like how many kits do I probably have? I probably have enough kits to actually upgrade a ton of things. But I don't know. That's kind of my problem with the premium bonuses. It's like the kits are okay, I guess. But if they did like the
Mm.
instead of having what is it 6 days of kits, like do like 3 days of kits and then do something
Mm.
else, that's cool. Yeah, I've
Like,
got like
maybe we're just obnoxiously conservative with them or something. I've seen other people who just, like, blow through them really fast. And, like, now they have the opposite problem where they have so much DP because there's nothing else to spend it on, and they have a shortage of kits, and they just can't upgrade the things that they want. But also feel like the Hangar's kind of been lackluster in terms of the upgrades, right? And that seems like it's on purpose. And it's the same way that they're kind of reeling back or just not going super hard with the platinum stuff too, because a lot of this is in lieu of them adding these kinds of packs and drops for just the straight up storage stuff. Like the PSN store is pretty bare when it comes to this game, other than you buying tokens and like the occasional like event pack or whatever. But a lot of the things that they drop here and the currency that they have in the platinum shit, they could have very easily had be purchasable, if not for the whole platinum setup.
yeah, that makes sense.
In some cases, though, like, do you think you could look at the premium logins as just like, you know how some games do the thing where like you pay a reduced amount and you get like the premium currency as a login bonus. Do you feel like this is kind of like GBO's version of that, except the upfront cost is a lot higher because you have to buy a bunch of tokens and then like
And then
spin
have the
on suits?
chance for it because of the missions, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just it seems like the extra steps aren't really worth it just to say that they don't have a very heavy cash shop, and it's you do though. We're just spending more on a certain currency instead of just having the choice between that and other things, which in some cases is worse. Like I'd rather we have both, just so that we can get all that pretense out of the way and actually make the platinum rewards a little bit more meaty.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see some kind of improvement, but I can't think of anything right off the top of my head right now that would, other than maybe the daily bonuses being something a little extra. That's one
They
improvement I'd
should
like to
throw
see.
an extra mobile suit in there.
That would be cool.
Like,
Yeah, the roster's
I
only
wouldn't
getting
mind.
bigger.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing like, what came out last month. I would like to see something where it's like these 3 suits later down the line, and you get like, I don't know, the EXS and I don't know, the C1 and Bawu level 3 or something. You know, like I still think they should have used the platinum medal as an incentive for Wells to get like suits that like have come out not too long ago and are relevant in the meta a little bit earlier than the ticket shop, because they're already having to they have to pay money in order to get this stuff early. So I feel like there should be, I don't know, because you still have to have like, there's still some chance to it, like with the pools or whatever, because you need to meet the criteria and play or something like that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with BB creating, like, because I feel like this is obviously an incentive for Wells for the first, like, definitely the first week, maybe the second week. But I don't think they need to like front load it by any means. But they should definitely like make it more consistent. I think better across the board.
What about this then? So they have these 3 suits that are currently in for, so you get the gap play on day 1, but on day 7 you get the Jubilee or something like that, right? Because then you would have to
That'd be fine too.
You would have to have it for 7 days in the first segment in order to get all of the big bonus, right? So it's something maybe not that recent, but a little, more recent, or something, higher in the meta, if you will. And then then like, as it goes, there are less meta suits, but kind of doing the day 7th as kind of like a bigger prize kind of thing.
Or at least go from a bigger pool. Like every single one of these suits that they added have been buffed like recently. if not
Yeah.
multiple times. They buffed the did they buff the Bullock? Maybe they didn't buff the Bullock.
Yeah,
I thought
they
they
have.
did, but I
Yeah,
can't
they
really
buffed
remember.
the Bolin Oak
Okay.
like 3 times now.
So
2
it's
or 3.
just kind of weird that these suits that they know needed help are being offered as a premium item in the premium login bonus. So I don't know. To me, it just kind of shows like a disconnect between what they consider premium. It kind of just feels like we're getting surplus goods again.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I used that
exactly what it is.
example before. Like, oh, just give them what's left over of the free booster packs at the
Right? Oh
at
my
the
gosh.
local game store, and like,
Just
oh shit,
resell
well
them
that's
for
only
like $1. There
Yeah.
you go.
yeah. Oh shit, well we
Yep.
only have enough to give them one at the beginning of the week. Or we'll just give them some lands,
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Like,
This is
jeez.
a premium first edition land, let me tell you, bud.
Yeah, it's a full art.
$100. No big deal.
By XYZ artists you've never heard of before. Isn't that exciting? No, it's not.
But I will say the other thing too, mentioning the DP stuff and people just having a lot of DP for things. I might bring this up too much, but technically they went ahead and said the number, and it irks me that it's this low, but it was like 9%, less than 9% were at captain ready to go to major. And
Oof.
essentially your DP is proportional to your XP at that point. So meaning there was less than 9% of the player base. Now again, there could have been, events or where you've played a crazy crap ton more or something, during your entire 2 years at that point, getting to there. So fair enough. But the thing is, even if you played, I mean, you should be getting, and maybe you played when people were popping medals, so it shouldn't be that much of an advantage, right? But that would mean where I don't know where you guys were XP wise, but I mean, I was one of those people that was sitting waiting, and I barely have enough. I've got 2 million right now, and I could blow through that in like 10 seconds. So anybody
Oh,
who's
for sure.
sitting around with a ton of DP, it's like, I don't know how. Like, it's either, but the thing is, that means they should be in that category of less than 9%. So
Mhm.
that means, like, and again, we don't know when they take some of these numbers, are they taking the mountains of inactive accounts? Because in that case, got like
Oof.
12 or 15 accounts that are in the 91% category. But the thing is, it's like, depending on how many that they're actually, where does this number lie, how many people total is in that 9%. But like that, I mean, still, even if it was 50%, 50% of the people can't afford to use the boxes that they're getting at this point, right? And then kind of back to the premium login bonus, I guess the other thing too, unless you guys have something on the DP to ticket or DP to XP ratio and with the boxes. But the other thing too, I just thought of this on the, like, I say it's possibly free for the third suit, whatever the third suit is. Well, if there was something big for the last week there on the 7th day, I literally just barely hit the third one with like maybe 5 days left sometimes, or 2 days left. Now I definitely could probably get it a little bit sooner, but I'd really have to be playing and trying for it to get it sooner. And it might not even be enough to get it in to where I have an actual week's time to get to that point. So, there would be a little incentive for somebody to maybe spend $5-10. They really wanted to hit that, end of the week suit at that point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they could definitely do a couple of things to make the 7th day suit better. I think if they would add something like that, it would definitely be cool, because just getting all these boxes, I've got 5,000 boxes right now, and I have nowhere near enough DP to support 5,000 of any
Any
of
of
them.
that. Yeah.
I've got, I mean, like one's like 4,700 or whatever, but yeah, still.
I think that's why I've been sitting on my DP for so long, because like I know the minute I actually try to use up a lot of those boxes to unlock upgrades and do all that shit is gonna be gone in like a couple minutes.
Yep. Same here. That's why I've got 2 million, is because I'm waiting to see if anniversary event is going to give me, the double XP for, doubles period for all enhancements. And then that means if you get a great success, you get, instead of just the 200, you get 400. So even though you got triple the rate, you're still using the same amount of tickets to get just the 200. Whereas if you played a suit a ton and you want to upgrade it, then you can most likely get a great success anyway, because compared to your standard suit, that's the current percentage is what you would have most of the time. So anyway, but yeah, I keep saying tickets because next thing is the ticket shop. But if you guys have anything else on the premium, go ahead. Now we'll move on.
It's got some
I'm
good
good for
stuff
this month.
sometimes, but it's kind of lame otherwise.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. In the ticket shop, we'll go over the two suits that are pretty much falling off at their levels because, yeah. But the Garibaldi Alpha level 4 and the Efreet Noct level 4. Both of those are in the ticket shop. And then the bigger one, I guess, whatever you want to call it, the Full Armor 7th, level 1 and 2 is in the ticket shop at a pretty hefty ticket price, though. I know some people that still like the suit at level 1, but I still feel there's much better to choose from at both. As
Oh,
far
for
as the
sure.
numbers and the percentages, it looked pretty good on the stats from after the buffs. But I want to know how many people are playing, right?
Hmm.
So like, if it's the small crowd of people that just play the 7th and only the 7th, well then yeah, because that's their suit. Hopefully they are doing good, in the suit that they've chosen to try to master, right?
Mhm.
But whereas like the Doulahan was 35%, which that whatever number is after that 35% number is pretty significant. So I'm kind of curious, with this, would those numbers actually go down? And yeah, I don't know. Level 1 and 2 though, 345 tickets for the level 1, 375 for the level 2, which is kind of oof. Yeah. I want it, but I don't know if I want to spend the tickets because normally when anything hits the premium too, that means it's possibly coming to the ticket shop, which means we might be seeing Gapsley soon. Normally, I think there's been a few exceptions, but normally it's literally the next week. Or sometimes the week of the patch once it's announced. So it's not in there this week, but it might be in there next week though. So I'd be curious if they actually are going to put in the Gapsley next week in the ticket shop.
It'd be interesting.
So, but I'm probably gonna wait and check and see for something else. Hopefully, if I really want this thing, then I can pick it up, a week or two later, and we don't have a heavy Gundam situation where it just never shows up again till the
Oh
DP
god,
store. Oh man,
never to see the light of day.
I finally got my Zoc level 2 though. By the way, it finally happened. Remember to save your
Yay.
game if you want to keep your purchases, because if you don't, rip.
Yeah, as far as the suits go, like, Noct might be in a weird spot at level 4. With some scary customers. Bald Guy Alpha. Because at that point, like, you can play the beta. That'd be interesting.
I mean, that's
Alpha has priority 3 too, right?
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
It's 550, right?
It could
at
be a
level 4?
toss up. I think so.
400,
Trying to pull
450,
it up.
500, 550, yeah. So it's 550 at that cost. I don't know, you got GPO1, GPO3.
I think I'd rather play the Alpha than the GPO1. This has a backup stun.
Oof.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it's probably not terrible. And for full armor 7th Gundam, it's just like full armor. What you call it? Full G-line full custom. It's another one of those supports with a general
Yeah.
play style. So, you know, you can get in there and have fun. You can masquerade as a general suit. Sometimes clap people around. So there's that. Just don't get caught up in the NBL. You'll be wasting everybody's time.
Charge it only when the enemy team's waiting to do the whole spawning in ace in 30 seconds or whatever, and then they're just waiting to all drop. It's about the only time that I get that off for the Faz, but I will say it is awesome to pull that off with the Faz. Like I definitely try to do that. Like if you win a team fight and then you're sitting there and you're in the Faz and you're just like, oh, we got 30 seconds. Oh, they're probably gonna wait. I'm gonna sit down, and then that ace comes in. He's not paying attention, and then you're just like pop, and then then their ace is waiting another 30 seconds or whatever to come back. But that's pretty much the only time I ever use that thing anymore. Sometimes at the beginning of matches where everybody's doing a little dance, figuring out where they're going, you can get it off, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've also got the level 3 though too, so it's up at 650, which feels pretty oof. But let's see. In the DP store though, we got the Mudrock level 2. That's nice. That's actually still pretty solid.
Yeah,
still
at
works
that
well
cost, it's pretty good.
Feel sad about the 550 and 600 one. Then the special event, we actually have a clock on it or calendar time on it. I don't think we had this last week, but it'll be going till the 27th of May for brawl matches, and it's every day, all day, quick match, weekend battle. I love how it still says that, but it's
Right.
rotating through maps and cost, so pretty cool. I guess it's just going to go away, and then we'll go back to the normal weekend battle stuff. Do we think it'll be in the rotation of weekend battle things, where we'll have 4 different things that'll cycle through, or what do you think they're going to do after that?
I think it'll be in a rotation.
I guess after a week now, what do we think of brawl mode? Anything different?
I've
It's
enjoyed
funny
it.
because somebody just asked in chat. I don't hate it. I haven't played enough. I'm still trying to find that magic number, I think. But I can see it for the silly slugfest that it is, and I think once I get a handle on what I want to do, because I still like try to bring in my normal play into the match, and I feel like you have to change things up just a bit in order to be good at brawl. Yeah, because things are just too hectic. Like you can't really focus the numbered players because you have those wild cards that kind of just slap things around. Like it seems like I'm probably next time I start playing, I'll probably just kind of kill things, and then if I'm not in first place, if I happen to be near one of the numbered players and they're low, try to kill them then. But I don't know. It seems like you just kind of want to be opportunistic and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
for the most part. So,
like with the score being added in, one of the things I kind of like about it is the main thing with that is, so my strat, especially as a support, right? Don't want to be in first, second, or third because then I'm probably going to be targeted. So what I want to do is get as many assists as I can and build up a decent amount of score, and then in the last minute or so focus down or steal the level or first place if I can, and that'll put me up there. And then if I get another one or at least another kill, that normally bumps me into first place. So if you're still hovering around, 6th place somewhere there, 5 or 6th place, killing the first place pretty much puts you almost in first, if not close to it, and then you just got to get like one more. So you want to either slowly climb then kill first, or kill second and third, or whatever you can do to get right there. Especially if you're at fourth, then that's exactly where you want to be, because then boom, first, and you're up at first. So like that's one of the things, is like not being in the top like 3 for most of the game, and just still being the blind, fourth place person or whatever, and then bumping yourself up into that.
Mhm.
And assist definitely help. Assist on the first place helps too, because you do get a portion of their score that way as well. So
Yeah,
then,
the mode definitely encourages you to keep fighting, like regardless of what you're doing.
oh yeah, I like that they drop you in like 10 seconds almost no matter what. Like when I was setting
Mhm.
up last night, I was like, okay, time to set. Oh gosh, I'm already in. Oh well,
Like
somebody will
there
tag
was a
me.
beta that like sacked a couple people very early on in the match, and it almost seemed like he was trying to prove a point because he was like standing still afterwards and just kind of chilling in spots and like only reacting when people got near him. And then he just got mugged by like several different people. His score got divvied up over several kills, and then he was just nowhere near the top again after that.
That's kind of funny. I do like some of the weird like come from behind victories that people have though. Like it really kind of showed like how that can happen when I think literally the first or second match we played, and I was just like, oh no, maybe support was a mistake. And then just all of a sudden I finally get one kill, and I was like, oh, and first, how did this happen? I guess I killed the first guy,
Ta-da!
but like
I'm
what
the greatest.
what is this? How?
I'm the best.
Well, you get so many points though, it's kind of ridiculous. So you can get a big steal on plus if you're at a high enough cost. That's the other thing that's kind of weird, is when you're at a high enough cost and you're stealing their points, it's like you just got everything. It's like no big deal. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Oh god, I think I just blew up their base. What happened?
right, exactly. So that's the other thing too, is trying to toe that line of trying to be like fourth to sixth place and not putting
Right.
yourself in, target range of everybody being like, "Oh, he's over there, get him."
Yeah, because you're trying to hold on to your points as well as getting them because
Yeah.
you lose them every time you go down.
Yeah, so that's the other kind of cool mechanic I like about it. And so the I like that the support player that snipes could technically do very well as long as they get that last hit on somebody from a mile away. But even though I
I'd
definitely want
heard
everybody
the
to snipe.
idea of them adding in like power ups, come up with, from a few different uh, people, like for the match, not just like the 15% bonus, but I don't know.
It goes up to 20 in some cases, doesn't it? It's
Yeah, some
actually kind
number.
of
Yeah.
interesting that they let it bump up that much.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty big if you're close to last place. I think if there's 12 people, I think you can go like 25 or something like that.
But wouldn't it be kind of cool if you could like pick up an orb on the field and it gives you like exam or biosensor for like 20 seconds or something like that on a suit that wouldn't normally have it, just as an idea?
That would be
Like,
kind of
and
cool.
you wouldn't get the downsides or whatever. Like, maybe you do. Who
Maybe
knows?
you do.
But like, do you think that would be? Do you think it'd be kind of interesting? Like, it'd be neat.
Oh
Could you
yeah.
imagine just like you're playing a support that doesn't only have a dodge roll, and you pick up the Hades buff, and you're just like Mudrock, woo!
Yeah, if it's
Oh
gonna be
my.
relegated to quick match anyway, they might as well go bonkers with it.
I agree. Like, I think that might be another thing that the game mode needs.
This is also the closest we're probably ever gonna get to like an actual BR in this game too, so like might as well take it in while you got it.
They would probably have to add. I doubt they have animations for like supports dodge rolling. They probably have to add them in for each.
The
But
Zommel,
I
yes,
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
yes, Hades Zommel.
Literally all the
The
Zombie
dream
has to
is
do is a
real.
dom spin. Like
Yeah,
that's
but
all it has to
just
Yeah, there
do.
you go.
still imagining a Zommel doing a dom spin.
That'd be amazing.
Yes, I
That'd be what
want
you
this now.
always wanted, Magnum. Activate speed mode on
Oh
your
my gosh.
Zommel.
Yeah. That should just be what it is,
Yes.
just overboost.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
the Hildolfer ult in versus. That's
Zommel.
Zommel's just going doof 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 doof.
Yeah.
Let's go,
They'll
dude.
have the Alice
my God.
buff lying around when Magnum picks it up in his Zombel. It's like speed buff go.
Oh my god.
Let it rip.
Speed the blaster!
Yes. High eye mode activate.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool though if they added. That was gonna be my next question. Is what do you think they could add or change it up to kind of make it feel better or even just cooler? So yeah.
That'd probably be a toggle thing, you know, because you still have your sweat boys who are like, you know, final destination, no items, no smash balls, and I can appreciate that. But sometimes you got the kids that wanna play if all the items
I'd
on.
appreciate it more if they had the balls to put it in rated, but they didn't. So like, it's just a joke.
I mean, power positions and power weapons are a thing in like shooters and stuff. So
I still,
mean,
you know what it
that's
should
all
be, and
power-ups are really.
I'm still trying to die on this hill of the idea of like that being how they bring ranked back for solos. That should just be what that is.
I think it'd be cool to have another like rating that was just free for all. I think
A
that'd be
third rating.
yeah. Like we got ground, we got space, and then we get free for all.
So like,
I think they would have to make it to where it's not just first place that wins if they did that, but
Yeah,
like
it
top,
would be
I
kind of
think top
like.
three.
actually, how
But I
do
feel it.
BRs handle that in terms of placement and like actually getting win royales and all that shit? When it comes to how you get your rating, is it just things that you do during the match on top of the win? Because that would be things they have to factor in so that people actually climbed at all.
I think you get a score. A lot of them do it.
Well,
I was gonna use
the
like
closest thing.
team fight tactics or
Mhm.
something. Or
There's actually not a lot of like regular deathmatch stuff. Like everything is so team oriented now. I think that's why I like this mode so much. I just don't want to give a fuck anymore.
Sure,
Well-
just hit everybody that gets near you.
have either of you played auto chess or team fight tactics or anything like that?
I was going to use Hearthstone Battlegrounds as an example personally, which is pretty
Okay.
much the same thing.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
But that one, they consider getting top 4, I think it is, as a win, just in general. And you obviously get more points based on the average MMR in the room and how you place. But in those types, and again, Battle Operation actually has a rival system, so maybe it could spice it up a little bit. But
Use it as a real
maybe they
rival
would
system.
maybe, but maybe they could do something where like you know, first place gets, I don't know, 10 points, second gets 8, third gets you know, whatever, and it trickles down.
Like 6 and then 4 or something. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
those other two that I pretty much do it. I think it's just top 4 as well. Those.
That's pretty cool. I could dig that. If anything, they should do that for the basic mode anyway. Like I know it doesn't really mean anything since it's on quick, so you're not really getting anything for it. Other than just like your win bonuses. If you're stupid, you can try to bet it all with your encourages, but otherwise, there's no extra stakes to it.
Bet your encourages. Encourage yourself.
Too sweat?
I have now turned this into rated. Oop. Oh no. I gotta win, guys.
Oh.
I gotta win or dodge. No.
You're just like in there full exam mode, just going great. The stakes are real. Come here,
Dude, you would have people dodge so hard after you pop an encourage. It'd be like, oh, well, I guess they wouldn't know. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't know.
They would have
No
to.
one
They
would
would have to tell you though. Like the gauntlet is down. Like your character would be like, oh shit.
know. That should have been a
They
thing
just-
from the get
They
go,
just
right?
did the thing.
That should be like an extra stake to put in there, and you see people encourage like, oh shit. Just have
Oh my
everyone
gosh.
reflexively do it and like start fronting on each other.
No, for real though, like what if it was a mode like that, only it like built up, so like if you popped it and you actually won first place, like you got like a portion of the bonuses from all the other ones that have been popped kind of deal.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Just
interesting.
like just a big old like point spot at the end.
Yeah. So like,
Actually, that should be how they do it now anyway, even without the encourage. Like, you should be very incentivized, even if it is a quick match, to actually like try to struggle for first.
that would be kind of interesting. You get first place, like if like 10 people popped it, like all 10 people pop their encourage, and then you
I'm gonna fucking die.
oh yeah, in order to be eligible for this, you have to like
Hey,
also
Shad.
pop one or something. Maybe that could be interesting. And then like you get you get your 5% bonus or whatever for whatever medal you're popping, and then it's like you get 1% per other medal that somebody else popped, or 1 times bonus rather. So like if it's a five times, then like and 10 people pop it and you get first place, you get like 15 times bonus.
Oh God.
Let's go, dude.
Ugh. You stop theory
Yeah.
crafting how to make rated matches even worse than they already
Mm.
are.
Yes.
Oh, I am salivating over here. That,
Ugh.
Oh, the salt. Yes.
Yeah.
If you want it to be
little-
bad, I can
and it
fucking
goes
show you bad. Let's
and it
go.
goes both ways. Don't forget that multiplier goes into your minus 13 or whatever when you
Like,
lose your
if you
Ooh,
game.
think
Like,
about it, compared to
yes.
like other
we're
games,
either falling hard or climbing big, boys. Let's go.
Let's
this is
go,
like
dude.
kind of scuffed, but I feel like other games are even more brutal. And it's like, if this is your only experience with like competitive rated shit, boy oh boy, you don't even know the fucking half of it.
Right?
Well, like, I mean, that's
Buckle
kind of
up,
what
fucker.
happens.
This game's taking it easy on you.
I mean,
Could you imagine that
League of
system,
Legends
Magnum?
does it.
You're in like C or something, and you lose a game and fall right back into fucking D minus or something. Like,
I mean, that's
no.
like,
hilarious. Goodbye. Haven't been
I've been
here in a
playing.
minute, have you?
I've been playing for a month, and I just recently gotten to C. Like, oh no! Whoa! Everyone's using a lot of these encourages. What's going on here?
Oh,
Like
no.
lose the game. Like, oh man, we got our asses kicked. Like, why am I back in D?
oh no.
What happened? What
Oh my
happened?
gosh. Like, again though, you would be opting in by popping your own encourage at that point.
There's
Let's
like
go, dude.
3 of us in GS3 doing Brawl right now. Just what the fuck?
That's funny. So yeah, by the way, though, on a side note, I guess I'll point this out since I said it earlier. League of Legends does a streak system, so if you're winning big, then you climb a lot faster. If you're losing horribly, you fall a lot faster.
Mhm. Right.
So
Streak systems, and then also we talk about rivals a lot, but Team Fortress had that whole Nemesis system too. I thought that was always kind of neat. Like if someone in particular is just whooping the dog shit out of you, you should probably get a little bit of something for finally getting them. I know they don't want to like encourage focusing, but let's be honest, people are doing that with or without any kind of like nudging or prodding.
pretty much,
That'd be a good thing for Brawl too.
but that could be kind of interesting. But anyway, any other random ideas? Now we can go ahead and look at the clan stuff real quick. Talk about that.
Do more, be more gamey. That's all.
Cool.
I
Okay,
feel
so
like that's all it really comes down to.
right. So
Just make the entire Earth, and we'll have it be 100 mobile suits. And when you die, you're kicked out of the match.
Just staple all the maps together and just make it a giant BR. That'll be fine.
Let's
have
go.
they put a BR in
Including
MSGO yet?
space.
No, but they probably should.
probably
That'd be
could.
hilarious.
Right.
Oh god, that sounds awful. Tom, I mean, I guess
Oh,
it fit
no.
right in. I mean, when you're in those battle royale games, sometimes you just get gimped. You know what happened, and that game would do that just fine. You'd be walking around, next thing you know, you're staggered, and you get freaking full armor Gundam comboed, and you're dead. Yeah, it'd probably be fine.
Get a lock on attack out of nowhere. It's like, what is happening in this game?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. We have 250 6v6 tropical desert basic match in the morning, and it is now top 40. Yeah, that's pretty hype.
My
So,
god, top 3 just invaded for GS3. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm still in here.
but yeah, so top 40 now gets the new suit, and top 100 will get the new symbol. It looks pretty cool actually. It's the
What is it?
Bagua A yellow.
The what?
It's
Oh,
that,
okay. It's that like Chinese mirror thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of a neat symbol to have. The next one will have all participants. Then after, what we got coming up next? When's the late 9 one? Oh, the next one is the late 9 one. So that is
Hey,
the 8th. So on the 8th, 450, 4v4, simple on City Ruins. That'd be kind of cool. That will actually be next weekend on Saturday. 450 will be pretty interesting on City Ruins. But then finally after that, on 57, it'll open up to top 100. That's an Arctic-based target shuffle 650. Oof. Man.
Fun.
Arctic-based 650.
God,
Oh,
Arctic
no.
match. Our Arctic base matches in Clan are so sweaty, man. Oh
For
my
real
gosh.
though, right? Especially target shuffle too, though. That one's gonna be crazy. Okay. Any other comments on clan matches?
get ready to sweat. Low cost shenanigans are upon us.
Agu guy, let's go.
Time to get in the Wawa Zaku.
Or that, yeah. I'll be in either
Or
one.
the Wawa Zaku or Recon Zaku. One of the two is probably gonna be my thing.
Probably do Agu guy, Marine Zaku, or Rabbit type. Those are my three that I'll be rocking.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to look. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play on at this cost yet. Agu guy. Hmm.
Um,
The FS could come out to play.
Oh yeah, FS
yeah,
is gonna be
that's
super
true.
sweaty in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that damage and all that aggression, like shit.
What else did they
Mhm.
buff that was low? Oh, Zaku to Kai,
Zaku
right?
1GS.
It's probably gonna be a lot of
Oh, they
like
did buff the
armored shit.
Kai.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right at this cost.
yeah, the Kai could actually be a big deal.
I don't think I don't think you'll see it at the high rated matches, personally. I could be wrong though, but I don't think we'll see it.
Will definitely be interesting though. I'm curious to see if there's any meta shifts, especially when they do random buffs like that on like order suits. I saw some the Ritz helm though. People running that on the 300, but
Proton is a nice balance.
Yeah, I think it's a change. Like the additions they made to it, it really helped push it over the top too. So it wouldn't be a bad one if it was in 300.
so we want to talk about what we think the new suit going to be next week.
The Z3, please.
I mean,
Oh
at this
god.
point, I absolutely have no clue.
It's a Z2 refined.
I'm gonna go with the same thing
I'm
I said
down.
last time because we need a support now.
Oh god.
I thought Mag was gonna grab his
Let's
wing
get a
Gundam, but
mass
he just talking.
production. Mass
He's just
production
talking to
Cubelate.
EG Magmom. Mass produced Cubelate would be kind of cool.
That'd be
A
cool.
lot of people have been talking about the fact that that still hasn't been around, and I feel like we've gotten the game Hulk and a couple other things that like do what it does a billion times over in terms of just being excessive. So I don't know if they're actually gonna give it to us. But then again, they give us weird suits like the Z2 and shit. So like, who's to say in terms of like just like ridiculousness?
I think it'd be nice to have a Cubelate in 600.
Yeah, just like bump it down. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, because I can see it being a 600, 650. Because
That'd be
it's
cool.
too heavy to have a dodge roll, or whatever.
Oof.
However that stuff works. Those cannons, so
Yeah.
heavy. I can still float around and stuff, but man, that quick movement.
Oof. Makes my knees buckle just thinking about it. Damn.
Yeah, you know, the normal one can do backflips and
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy flips. But no, man, those
They'll give-
cannons.
They'll
Take it
give
back
ground
like that.
supports dodge rolls, but what will happen when you use it
Oh my
is your suit
God.
will just knee stagger itself, or do like the fall over animation when your legs give out. Oh, so heavy.
No.
All those extra
Got a
missiles.
dodge roll. Yeah, all that extra ammo you have to carry around is just too heavy, man. But that's a good question. I don't know. I personally, it's not on any of the list. I'm gonna go with I'm still holding flame for the raid Methus.
Okay.
More Methus, 30 beam saber Methus. And be like, oh my gosh, screw resupplying these guys. I'm gonna go on a murder spree.
He's gonna chuck them at people while they're on. Let's go.
Yeah, and just like freaking dagger up, kind of like how the priest and the Tsukihime and Fate universe have like all their nails or whatever, and they got like
Oh my
all their
God, yeah.
hands. It's like that's gonna be the raid Methus. Gonna be murdering everything.
Oh no.
He's got those pistols which are perfectly legit, and 30 beam sabers. Like, let's fucking go.
I mean,
And it's not heavy, so it only have one launcher.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, at this point though, we got the we had a raid, then we had 2 generals now, and I'm calling support though, so I'm gonna go with the GM.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. What's the one that we said last week? The
You can't expect him to remember something from a week ago.
yeah, but it's the one that we always call out. The starts with a D, right? It's the
The
lead one.
GM juggler.
Oh yeah, there we go. Let's get the juggler. Let's go.
The GM Dig Dug.
Oh, there we go. Inflate your enemies. Yeah, I can't remember Magnum. Although if we're talking about supports, my money's on the Sentinel gun or the Superior Gundam.
That'd be interesting.
I think it could be a support if they ever wanted to put it in. It's
They should do it. They should do it for Sentinel. Now that he's said that, I kind of want to see them try.
I could see it being I could see it being either a support or a raid.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, at the very least, I would call support for the next one.
Is it the dominance?
I wanna just see what they put on there for it.
GM dominance, right?
Oh yeah, there you go.
I mean, the
people were talking about like, what was it, a variant of the dominance too, like specifically? Things like it's like a full armor version or something weird like that. If we're talking about it being a support.
Yeah, if it's, I mean, the thing is, it's 4. It could be a 450. I could see it fitting there somehow, especially if it's like a full armor variant.
Where's my Rigazi with Zeta backpack?
Because they
Like
have
an
the
Asian.
twin beam cannon. That'd be interesting if it had a shield.
Well, if we're talking about a support coming out and Noob Sama's around, we'll do Jim Cannon Raid Edition, where your secondary melee is you grab your cannon and swing yourself at your opponents.
You just do like a front flip.
It's got like a dodge roll.
Oh my god, people just use it to move instead of it.
Oh my gosh.
They don't really know what's going on. I was like, is he
Shit.
axe kicking him or is he using himself as a club? Yes.
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 In space, it gets an extra twirl too.
Ooh, it hits twice in space. Fantastic. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not that it's anything special. It just doesn't have high spec ambacs, so it can't stop itself.
There you go. Oh, no.
The pilot's just vomiting in his own helmet as we speak. Like, oh god, I'm alive.
Okay, so yeah, my pick is the dominance.
I'll stand by Superior Gundam.
Some sort of support. Bulldog would be nice.
Ooh, that'd be cool. But yeah,
Maybe
definitely
we'll finally get
support.
the full armor slave right through some bullshit
There
either.
we go, yeah. Imagine support with like the false flag thing.
Oh my god. So good.
Instead of just stealth, you just straight up false flag somebody.
It's like, oh, he's just camping around. Oh, that makes sense. And then you just get
That would
nailed in the back of
actually
the head. Like, what
that'd
the
actually
fuck?
be a cool effect. Could you
Yeah.
imagine if they had a camera gun type thing that did something like that, but you like put it on an enemy player and make
That'd be
them look
cool.
like a false play, like somebody that's on the enemy team?
Like you can
Like-
get in a really bad clash, and then like when everyone's getting out, you just smack the tag on them, and they turn around like, "What the?"
Yeah,
what?
like it would probably be worthless after like a week or something, but it'd be interesting just to throw somebody
Yeah.
off. Like make with the like people are pretty loose with their dodge rolls. Like
Yeah.
and some
Like if they
cases
don't
anyway,
attack,
so,
they
like,
would at least like use up more boosts to get away or to look.
yeah, you just like spook somebody, and cause them like burn a dodge because like somebody's right on top of them or something. Like, oh shit, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Either that, well, like what I was thinking too is like you go around the outside of the map and jump on where the support would normally sit on the enemy team's side, and then they just see the friendly, when they look on their radar. Oh, it's just our support that's sniping. Be in the back. Wait, did that do damage?
Chad brought up a good point. You would just people would get that would be too powerful because like you would essentially have banhammer powers at that point.
That'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
would.
my weapon makes enemy team players disconnect from the match after a while.
Yeah.
Like, oops.
I mean, just having the false flag on a support is interesting enough. The camera thing was kind of wonky, but whatever.
Banhammer gun. Let's go.
That'd be hilarious. They'd have to like look at all the footage and make sure it wasn't from someone getting tagged. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's making more work for me now.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Any other
Congrats.
random thoughts? Pursuit?
Give me more.
Don't get to Saikoro Gundam, so we'll just join the new Gundam waiting room, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo,
I mean,
let's go.
for as much as we dunk on this game, they've legit thrown us to see like every week. So
Oh,
even
for
if this
sure.
one sucks, we still got time on the next one.
Oh, honorable mention to the type whatever tank, the one that is the tank that transforms into a mobile suit, or vice versa, whichever you want to say it is. It's the one from F91. I can
Yeah.
never remember the name of it though.
Yeah,
The
that-
F like 40 something or other.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I want that. That'd be amazing. Oh, the
That's kinda
R44.
cool.
I think that would be.
R44?
Yeah, I think that would be a. I still think that would be a cool transformable support.
R44 is dope. I'd be about that.
Yeah, because both the transformable supports are kind of samey in regards to that, because they're both just tanks that turn to a compact mode. Whereas this
Mhm.
one's like a normal mobile suit that turns into the compact mode or whatever.
Yeah,
It'd
it
be
literally
interesting.
just sits down. It just sits down into itself.
It
I was like,
gamer
I'm shaped
lounges.
like a tank. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Like,
Initiate gunner mode. Let me get in my chair.
yeah. And lean back in your gamer chair and start scooting around.
I feel like they'd have like a really goofy like gimmick or something where you can't like use your cannons or whatever when you're stood up.
Oh
It's
no.
like,
that
oh,
would
but
be
it's stage
lame.
frame.
Oh,
or
that'd
whatever.
be awful. No. Oof.
BB, you didn't hear me say that. I'm sorry. Don't take that to
Genius.
heart. Don't no.
Hire this man. Make it a 3-star suit.
Shit. Oh my god, they would.
No Vulcans.
It's like, oh, but it's
No
like
Vulcans
actually
at
from the
all.
far-flung future, right? It's advanced tech. It's fine.
Nerf it.
No one put in the
Following
lotto,
week,
and
we'll
the
be releasing
lotto
the
doesn't
Gump.
even full out.
No Vulcans or anything. Reap.
Oh god.
Okay.
Then again, we also have the powered weapons type, which is literally just like, does that ever fold out into a suit? It's got a big laser dock on its back. But yeah, shout outs and all that then.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go and do that.
Okie dokie.
Let's get some shout outs.
Okie dokie. So Gustav _ XIII 13th. Over here still trying to get some stuff on YouTube, doing Twitch every day. Currently playing through Saga Frontier. Getting a couple more campaigns done, but trying to take our time with it. And then after that, we'll be getting into Near Replicant and Automata. Probably later on in the spring or so, depending on how long Frontier takes. Besides that, just trying to keep things up with GBO2 and the clan GS3. Trying to get on the board when we can. Got a team going up for this weekend. Hopefully we can get 2 in there. If not, then hopefully we'll see you guys over there on the battlefield. What about you guys?
Yep, and I am GamingEmblem. You may know me as Gaming Who. Also playing games on the internet. With the rare rare upload to YouTube. We got some videos on there though. Go check it out probably. But yeah, playing Battle Operation and kind of same boat as Gustav. I'm also playing Saga Frontier right now. Really fun game. Would recommend if you're looking for a fun RPG to play. Go check it out, or you can watch me play it. Or Gustav for that matter. It's perfectly fine. But Team Tripants also participates in clan match. Kind of like how Gustav has 2 clans. We have Team No Pants and Team Tripants. Team No Pants, that's capital T, lowercase n, capital P, is more of a casual based clan for GBO2. So if you're just kind of looking for a clan to be in, where people do things and get rewards, we could always use more people in there. And if you're kind of looking for more of the sweaty clan side of things, we'd be more than happy to take people in Team Tripants as well. We're like just on the cusp of getting a second team in, but we should have enough for at least 1 for clan matches. So kind of in the same vein, hopefully we'll see everybody on the battlefield. I need to go up against Gustav and or Magnum at some point in time on Saturday for sure.
Dun dun dun.
But come in, check it out. Once again, GamingEmblem on Twitch. I count on you.
Cool. And as usual, everybody's links and stuff will be down in the description below. But I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch. Got Twitter, Discord, YouTube channel. Gonna be pretty busy. So might have some kind of stream. Maybe for the clan rank. If I'm up that early, I might go ahead and at least an hour of that, if anything. Monday for sure going to be streaming probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Going to be looking at trying to finish leveling, or at least start on the Trickster and get kind of a feel for that on stream in Outriders, and then probably doing some Devastator as well, so I can start working on that video. Probably got a video coming up for the well, I was going to say league start, but now it's 2 weeks in essentially, or this is the second week now of Path of Exile. So that's essentially coming to yeah, I guess this is second week. But yeah, gonna be doing something for that possibly, because turns out that like bug or whatever, or exploit, didn't seem to be so much of an exploit to me anyway. I don't think so, unless I'm still missing something. But I looked at a video of it. Seemed pretty simple. So definitely going to talk about that and what I'm doing with that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Still probably possibly the podcast next week, and depending on what's going on, we'll probably have the tabletop next week as well at 6 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. And then of course Banner Night, I should be there for that. And then again the podcast 9 p.m. Eastern if we end up having that on Thursday. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Let us know in the comments what you thought about what we talked about and stuff like that. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.
Bye.